Hello and welcome. So, how many times have you ever opened your refrigerator to pull out that red onion you bought 2-3 weeks ago, only to find that it's old and starting to sprout like this? Well, today I'm going to run an experiment. Been seeing some videos, other videos on YouTube, where people are taking the onion and slicing the bottom off to grow a new onion. But to me, when I look at it, it looks very similar to a potato that started a seed. And seed potatoes, you can slice them. And as long as you got an eye included with it, you can get multiple potatoes to grow. So what I'm thinking here is I've already peeled the onion back, peeled off the dried parts, and what I'm finding is that there's roots growing all over inside these layers of the onion. And here's a long root growing up toward the top, and here's a new root and a new root here. So what I'm thinking is I can probably split this onion at least in half. So we're going to run an experiment. Today is a Wednesday, and we'll come back in a couple days, probably 4 or 5 days, and see what it's doing out in the garden. And actually, before we split it, I'm going to peel off one more layer of the onion here, and you can see at first it didn't look like there's any roots growing, but underneath there's actually all sorts of roots growing up in here that are starting to come in. And I have no idea, honestly, if this is going to work or not. But we'll peel off this one last layer, and then we'll split the onion. Alright. Sam, I'm going to need you to hold the video camera for me. Just keep it aimed on the onion there. So you can see we got all sorts of new roots growing in here. See all these roots coming in? So what we're going to do is take my knife and decide where just exactly we want to split this and how we want to split this. I think what I'll do is I'm going to split it right through here. As you can see, that's as I figured. I'm sure I'm damaging a bunch of the new growth in here, but on this side it looks like we'll have at least one good onion bulb come out of this, because I've got 3 or 4 shoots, and you can see the growth structure from the root base where the other YouTubers say to cut it here. And then we got this new growth coming up, and then I already have a pretty thorough root system coming in here, so when we go put this in the garden, we'll just plant it in so that it's in the soil like that, and we'll see what happens. So Sam, go ahead and pause the video. So I have my peas growing here. These aren't going to last for probably more than a month, so I'm going to have some extra room. I can crowd the peas a little bit with the onions. And just work in the soil, loosen it up a little bit. And then I also have some other green onions to plant too that we did in water in the house, which is a really fun experiment for kids to do. But we'll go ahead and plant these red onions first. You can see here's our big pieces of root we were talking about. So these are definitely ready to plant. We good over here?
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and put the first one in right here. We'll just bury it so the root is down in the ground. Push some dirt up around it, just like that. And we'll come back and water these in a few minutes. And the second one has a really nice couple root tendrils on it, so this should be pretty good as well. Let's see what happens here. I'll say though, I've never seen anybody do them this way, so if this works, it's awesome, because then it doubles your production. And then I'm going to come around the other side. Here on this side of the garden. Sam, can you take a video up close to these? I got the cup. So these have been growing in our house for a couple weeks. You can see these started out. You can zoom in here, Sam. These started out just as green onion cuttings, that we used for dinner a couple weeks ago, and we did the experiment where we just took like the bottom ½ inch, you can see the cut line here, put them in water, and they've got these really great roots. So we're going to see if these will keep growing in the garden too. Never done this before. So me, just tuck that little guy in there. And this big guy in down here. Oh, that one there first. That one there. I got 2 more yet, so we got quite a few onions to plant. And we'll do an update on these guys when we do the red onions in a couple days. See how they're faring. All right. So guys, those guys are all in. We'll water these down a little bit after the video stops. So thank you, and we'll check in a couple days. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back. It is now Friday afternoon, day 3 of having the red onions planted in the ground, and they appear to be doing very well. As you can see here on the first one, they've got a couple really nice separate shoots here, and on the second one, I've actually got 3 really nice shoots coming in off that. And these 2 red onions were actually one red onion from the grocery store, and maybe at a future date next year or next red onion I get, I might try quartering it if I get one that's already starting to grow like these 2 have. Looks like I could have probably gotten 2 or 3 additional onions out of these. So it's very similar to garlic bulbs in nature, where you can just split a bulb clove off and grow a new bulb of garlic from that. I believe is my theory, is what I'm testing. And also you can see here the green onions that we had bought from the grocery store and used for some cooking and had just the little ½ inch leftovers are also taking off very well and getting established. Here's my peas as well, just in case you're curious what those are and how they're doing. They're starting to set pea pods and should be ready to pick here in a week. So with that, thank you everybody for joining me, and make sure you like and subscribe this video. Thank you.